Good evening. Welcome to you. Welcome to the seventh monthly quiz since lockdown. Well, not we're not locked down, are we? But COVID restrictions and Friday night tonight without any pubs. But who needs a pub when you can have the quiz? So welcome to you all. We will be beginning the quiz in 4 minutes at 7 o'clock. If you're able to see the live chat, as some already have, then do say hello, tell us who you are, where you are, and if you think you'll win this evening. Lots of fun questions for us. Welcome to you. A couple of minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes until we begin our quiz tonight. The seventh monthly quiz. We started in April, and here we are in October. I keep seeing dates and that they're in August or September, and I think, goodness, no, here we are in October. It's been a funny year, has 2020, and in some ways it's been going on forever, and in other ways it has been flying in. So our Friday night quiz beginning in a moment or two. I'm just going to check. Yes, we are seeing the quiz questions there. Okay, I think we're all set, ready to go. 2 minutes until we begin our monthly quiz. Do make sure you've got paper and pen, something to jot down your answers. Correct ones, I hope. Some of our regular quizzers already signing in on the live chat. Welcome to Sheila, who has won several of the last 6 quizzes. David and Fiona, welcome to you. Together in one place as one team tonight. That could be an interesting combination. Welcome to you, and welcome to George and Eunice from Dalgety Bay. One minute until we begin the quiz. It will begin, I'll begin at 7 o'clock. You will be a minute or so behind, so maybe a minute past 7 by the time the questions wing their way to you. Welcome to Marjorie and Carol, joining from Perth and Edinburgh. So are you linked up together with a Zoom call or something going on between you, so that you're a team together? And another good team, good pair of quizzers. Welcome Kirsty from Fife, from David, it's water, honestly. I make it 7 o'clock now, so it's time to get going, and welcome to the 7th monthly COVID family quiz. welcome to you all to our Friday night quiz. Hope you're all well. I see that the Edinburgh Perth team there. We're apping, right? Is that what you do when you collaborate from different places across one virtual team? Welcome to you all, whether you are on your own this evening, in a team, virtual or otherwise. Welcome to our quiz. As usual, there will be 50 questions. There will be 50 right answers and 2 points for each of those, and 1 point if at your own discretion you reckon you were half right. There's one or two tonight where I'll be suggesting what might constitute a half right answer. No cheating, no Googling as usual. Phoning a friend, yep, you can phone friends, you can Zoom them, you can form your virtual teams, and it's good to stay in touch with each other at the moment. No prizes, but lots of fun. And I have no idea what total amount of donations might have been gathered for church and other good causes over the last 6 months. But thank you very much for all the donations that have been made. And later on I might be suggesting something that you can do this evening if you would like to. But lots of fun for us all. So, the first round tonight is a general knowledge round to get us warmed up. So if you're ready for round 1, general knowledge. And can you tell me who was the inept French detective played by Peter Sellers in the original Pink Panther films? Who was the French detective played by Peter Sellers in the original Pink Panther films? And then can you tell me which is the only one of the 4 chemical elements beginning with the letter I whose symbol on the periodic table doesn't begin with the letter I? You got that? Have you got an answer? And can you tell me which arm of the Royal Navy is abbreviated to RFA? And can you tell me, on the road to where did Nellie the elephant meet the head of the herd? Nellie the elephant packed her trunk and off she went to the circus. Dum doo 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 doo. You got 4 answers so far. There are 5 questions in each round. And the 5th one is: the blind watchmaker and the selfish gene are among the works of which scientist and noted atheist? Blind watchmaker and selfish gene, written by whom? So that was round 1. Give you a moment or two to catch up on your answers there. Okay, have we all got 5 answers to 5 questions? Are we ready for the answers? Anyone think they have got 5 right and 10 points? as they might storm into the lead. Are we ready for the answers? Someone say something in the live chat. I think you've had time now to catch up with me. Ready for the answers? I'm going to go to the answers. And the answers we were looking for: Inspector Clouseau. Iron is the only element beginning with an I whose symbol on the periodic table doesn't begin with I. It's Fe, from ferrum, it's ferrum, isn't it? From the Latin. Fe for iron. The Royal Fleet Auxiliary was what we were looking for. And, before we even get David Ogg returning a 10 already, and it was the road to Mandalay, where Nellie the elephant met the head of the herd. Richard Dawkins, the notable atheist and scientist who brought those works to us. In that connection, some of you may have seen on Facebook or the church website or other places, Grasping the Nettle, the Scottish-based organisation looking at issues around faith and science, have a rather interesting looking conference coming up at the end of October with Professor Alistair McGrath, an Oxford professor, and he describes himself as a lapsed atheist, and so that looks as though it will be an interesting gathering at the end of the month, 29th, 30th and 31st. There are 3 sessions at different times of the day, online of course, and a small fee to participate in that, but certainly looks interesting. I'll see if I can find some more details to share on here, but you'll find them on the church website, aksm.org.uk, and elsewhere. Are we ready for round 2, which is all about London? All about London. And where in London do the Wombles live? Where in London do the Wombles live? Oh, I did that as well when I was writing the questions. I put Fleet Arm rather than auxiliary, right? Okay, London. Where in London do the Wombles live? I'm not going to sing again. Okay, which London institution is known as the Old Lady of Threadneedle Street? The Old Lady of Threadneedle Street is which London-based institution? Okay, postcodes SA111AA and SA, that I think should be 11, SA112AA are postcodes for 2 well-known London addresses. And I'll give you a moment to think about that one. Now, you're not allowed to Google, but I'm going to, just to check if that's 1 or 11. think I've really messed up here. Yeah, it's not SE. I was going to ask you a question about the postcode for the DVLA, which is Swansea, which is SE. Start again. SW1, 1AA, and SW1, 2AA are postcodes for which two well-known London addresses. Sorry about that. We'll get that sorted. Okay, question number 3 is SW1, 1AA and SW1, 2AA are postcodes for two well-known London addresses. Which are they? 1 point each for those. Okay, sorry about that. I hope there are no other glitches like that this evening. Big Ben is actually the name of the bell. What is the correct name for the tower? The fifth London-based question. How many people died in the Great Fire of London in 1066? Was it 6 or 66 or 666? Give you a moment or two to catch up on your answers there for the London round. Well done. Do you need a moment or two yet? Well done. Need to hurry, yeah? Okay, are we ready for the answers? The answers for our London round. I was looking for Wimbledon Common. It's where you'll find the Wombles. The Bank of England, the Old Lady of Threadneedle Street. And sorry about the mess with those postcodes. SW1, 1AA and 2AA are Buckingham Palace and 10 Downing Street respectively. 1 point for each correct answer. Elizabeth Tower houses Big Ben. And during the Fire of London in 1066, it claimed the lives of 6 people. So there are your 5 answers to the 5 London questions. And how are we doing after 2 rounds? Potential 20 points. Anyone going to tell me that you've got 20 out of 20? Now, the next round I call coins. Coins. And I want you to have a good look at that picture. I hope you're watching on a big screen and not peering at your smartphone. have a good look at that picture. Like the sound effects. Take a good look at the picture. Okay, what was the date on the 1p coin nearest the... No, that would be a bit difficult, wouldn't it? And actually, I'm going to let you see the picture while we answer these questions. I want you to tell me how many different kinds of coin are there? How many different values of coin are on that picture? How many different coins? So 1p is different from 2p and so on. How many different coins are in the picture? Okay, are we ready to move on? This is one of these rounds that's going to make your brain hurt. I want you to tell me how many silver coins are there? How many silver coins are in the picture? Question 3 is, what is the total value of the copper coins in the picture? So your 3 questions so far: how many different types of coin? How many silver coins in total? And then question 3 is, what's the value of the copper in the picture? Question 4, I want you to tell me how many heads there are. How many coins are head side up? And the final question, you ready for the final question? The final question is, what's the total value of the coins in the picture? So the number of different coins, the total number of silver coins for number 2, the total value of the copper in the picture, the total number of coins showing head side up, and finally the total value of all that you see in the picture. Apart from the piece of paper that the coins are on. Total value of the coins. Okay, how did we do? I'll rearrange the same coins to help us see our way through the answers. How many different valued coins did you find? 8. Yeah, that's my pocket money, George. Yep. How many different valued coins? We were looking for 8. How many silver coins in total? There were 14. The total value of the copper, 18 pence. How many heads? We were looking for 15. And the total value, £7.28. So the number of different coins: £2 coin, £1 coin, 50 pence, 20 pence piece, 10 pence piece, 5 pence piece, 2 pence piece, and 1 pence piece. 8 different coins. How many silver coins? 14. Total value of the copper: 6 2p's and 6 1p, so 18 pence. How many heads side up? Was 15. And the total value, we're looking for £7.28. Oh, now we've got some comments coming in about brains being scrambled. Did some of you get £7.28? Okay, 6 for that round. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, are we ready for the next round, which is all about colours? Colours. I would like you to tell me, in the original version of Trivial Pursuit, what colour are the history questions? In the original version of Trivial Pursuit, what colour are the history questions? What colour do you get if you mix equal amounts of red and blue? What colour do you get if you mix red and blue? What's the middle colour on the French flag? Who in 2012 named her daughter Blue Ivy Carter? Who in 2012 named her daughter Blue Ivy Carter? Anthony Kiedis is an American musician best known as the lead singer in which colourful, we might say, colourful band? Anthony Kiedis is an American musician best known as the lead singer in which band? A band that features a colour within its title, or it wouldn't be in this round. So 5 questions for colour, and we'll go to the answers in 30 seconds. Okay, the answers that we were looking for there were yellow, purple, white, middle of the French flag. Beyoncé named her daughter Blue. And the band we were looking for is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, are we ready for another round? And as I introduce this round, I'm going to tell you that it's only 70 days until Christmas. Oh good, 10 points there. Excellent. Yeah, 70 days till Christmas. And the next round, it's all about Christmas. All about Christmas. Okay, some Christmassy questions. Which country gifts the Christmas tree for Trafalgar Square each year? Which country gifts the Christmas tree for Trafalgar Square each year? Only 2 of the New Testament Gospels tell the Nativity story. Which 2? In Dickens' A Christmas Carol, what is Scrooge's first name? What is Scrooge's first name? And question number 4, probably not this Christmas, but what are you supposed to do when you find yourself under the mistletoe? And question number 5, in the movie Elf, what was the first rule of the Code of Elves? In the movie Elf, what is the first rule of the Code of Elves? Okay, are we ready for some answers to the questions there? Was that a better round? I see from the last couple of rounds I'm losing friends. Oh dear. Christmas is supposed to be a time of friendship and cheer and goodwill to all. Is this round going to be like that? Let's see. I'm looking for the answers. Norway, since the end of World War II, has gifted to the UK the gift of a Norwegian spruce, I imagine. A Christmas tree for Trafalgar Square. Matthew and Luke are the two Gospels that tell the birth of Jesus story, the nativity story. Ebenezer Scrooge is in Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Kiss, of course, was the answer to the mistletoe question, and the rule of the elves begins, treat every day like Christmas. And that seems like quite a good mantra to live by. Treat every day as though it were like Christmas. Now the next round I might call The Eyes Have It. And you're going to see 5 pairs of eyes. And if you can tell me whose eyes they are, you can have 2 points. If you only know who... No, that's not going to work, is it? Okay, do you want to see the first pair of eyes? Are you ready? I'm not sure I've seen Elf either, but it sounded like a fun question. But you'll remember now. Treat every day like Christmas. Okay, back to the eyes. And here's our first pair of eyes. Who has a pair of eyes like these? And your second pair of eyes. And your third pair of eyes. And a fourth pair of eyes. And a final pair of eyes. Okay, let's have some answers in the chat before I tell you who the eyes belong to. So if you're pretty sure of some of them, put in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 and the name in the chat. Okay, let's have some answers in the chat bar, and I'll tell you if you're right. Okay. Okay, not many answers coming in, and none of them right. Okay, the first pair of eyes belongs to Tony Blair. The second pair of eyes belong to Donald McCorkindale, not George Clooney. But thanks. Excuse me. The third pair of eyes belong to Square Bob Sponge Pants. And the fourth pair of eyes are Jennifer Aniston's. And the final pair of eyes, Barack Obama. So, how did we do there? I haven't seen any right answers in the chat. Okay. Oh, well done, Sheila. Well done, Sheila. 10 points there. Always nice to know that someone can 10. Oh, 10. I thought you were saying 10 out of 44. 44 total. Not bad. Not bad. Who did you not get in Dalgety Bay? I hope you remember that second pair of eyes from Dalgety Bay. Okay, the next round is a geography round. Okay, and I want you to tell me, to which country do the Faroe Islands belong? To which country do the Faroe Islands belong? Question 2. Who was the first royal resident of Buckingham Palace? Who was the first royal resident at Buckingham Palace? What is the world's most northern capital city? Question 4. If you list the countries of the world in alphabetical order, which comes second? And the final question in this round, in Copenhagen, which of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale creations is remembered in a statue? Okay, are we ready for some geography answers? Are we? Are we? Okay, I was looking for Denmark for the Faroe Islands. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the first monarch to live at Buckingham Palace. Reykjavik is the most northerly capital city. 1 point if you said Reykjavik. You can have the other one if you spelt it correctly. Albania. Albania is the second country in an alphabetical list of the world's countries. Preceded by, no bonus points, but just a bit of kudos if you knew that it was Afghanistan, which would be the first country alphabetically. And The Little Mermaid in Copenhagen is Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale creation immortalised in statue. 52, is that the total to beat at the moment? Anyone going to return more than 52? Carol and Marjorie asking what's the first, and maybe that was just because of a wee bit of time lag. But if you didn't hear me say it, it's Afghanistan. Afghanistan is the alphabetically first. Aha. But Albania was the answer to the question, the second country in an alphabetical list. Okay, last time we had a Disney round, and some of you did well, some of you didn't. And there's some more Disney questions for us tonight. Who was Bambi's rabbit pal? Who was Bambi's rabbit pal? And who was the man who created Pinocchio? What was the name of the man who created Pinocchio? Who sang the song Under the Sea in The Little Mermaid? Who sang Under the Sea? And before joining Woody and his friends, where was Buzz Lightyear stationed? Before joining Woody and his friends, where was Buzz Lightyear stationed? And question number 5, what's the name of the giant shark in Finding Nemo? 5 Disney questions. Did you find 5 Disney answers? And we're about to find out. Give you just a moment or two to tidy up your answers for the Disney round. Which is the 8th of our 10 rounds. So far you have 70 points under your belt. This round will bring us to a total out of 80, and it all depends on whether you said Thumper, Geppetto, Sebastian, Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4, Bruce the shark. So, how was Disney for us tonight? What has that done to the scores? Total marks at this stage out of a possible 80. And I think we had some just into the 50s, a 51, a 52 out of... Oh, we had a 57. 57 out of 70. That's Sheila catching up at 57 out of 80, I think we're at now. And maybe Carol and Marjorie didn't do so well with the Disney, so maybe that 57, only 2. You don't watch enough Disney, so you're at 59. Oh, it's neck and neck here. David and Fiona coming in at 54. Second last round is on world history. World history. And I want you to tell me which US president gave the Gettysburg Address in 1863? A nice easy one to get you started. And then a difficult one. Which of Henry VIII? Well, you've got seven wives. Henry VIII. Yeah, yeah. Which of Henry VIII's wives had the shortest reign as queen? Which of Henry VIII's wives had the shortest time as his queen? Oh, still some more numbers coming in. 52. Okay. Question number 3 on world history. At what famous French landmark was the document signed which set out the terms of peace following the First World War? At which French landmark was the document signed which set out the terms of peace following the First World War? Question 4. In which country are the pyramids of Giza? And question 5 in world history. I want you to tell me 2 of the 3 present-day countries that the 8th to 10th century Vikings came from. So the Vikings, we probably all know which kind of part of the world they came from, but can you name 2 of the 3 present-day countries that are places that the Vikings came from? Name 2 of the 3 present-day countries that the 8th to 10th century Vikings came from. And that was round 9. So we're now at a possible 90. And I think you need to be into the 60s to be in with a shout tonight. So if you have over 60 points, do let everyone know in the live chat. And if you've got 30 something or 40 or 20, well done. Well done for having lots of fun and not giving up. Well done to everyone. But let's find out who's got the highest score. Oh, too many points. Taking your time to count them up. How are we doing? I'm going to wait until we get some numbers in before we go to the final round. And if you've got a good memory, you know what the final round is going to be. Come on, tell us what you've got. How are we doing? Out of... Oh, sorry, you're waiting for answers. I was looking for for results. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Round number 9. 5 answers. We're looking for Abraham Lincoln, Anne of Cleves, the Palace of Versailles, Egypt, and any two from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, from where the Vikings came. My apologies, you've got the answers now. So now, will you... Oh, you can't stop scoring. I'm glad you're still enjoying it. Yeah, must watch Elf. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I've told you the answers now. Okay. And there's David and Fiona adding 8 to their score for, was it Anne of Cleves that caught you out? Oh, a 66 from Carol and Marjorie. 65 from Sheila Larkin. Oh, it's neck and neck. It could still be anyone's, well, not anyone, but those of you who are up there in the high 50s and 60s. It all depends on round number 10. And last month, the first round was called Hello and Welcome. And I said, and I remembered, that this time we would finish with a round called Thank You and Good Night. So, before we say thank you and good night, let's look at different ways of saying thank you and good night in different languages. 10 different languages. Thank you and good night. And the 5 questions, which will get you your final possible 10 points, are: which one of these would you hear or read in Nepal? Which one of these is thank you and good night in Nepali? Question number 2, which one of these would you be saying if you said thank you and good night in Esperanto? Question number 3 is number 9 is thank you and good night in which language? Question 4. 3 of those 10 are African languages. Can you identify at least 2 for your 2 points? Which 2 or 3? 3 of those are African languages. Can you identify at least 2 of them? And question number 5 is which one of these is thank you and good night in Gaelic? Okay, so you've had all the questions now. And I've still got some answers to give you, and then you can tell me what your final scores are. Have you got all of those? So that was Which is thank you and good night in Nepali? How would you say thank you and good night in Esperanto? Question 3, asked number 9, is thank you and good night in which language? Question 4, 3 of those are African languages. Can you identify at least 2 by their number? And finally, which one of those is thank you and good night in Gaelic? Okay, let's go to the answers there. We were looking for number 5 is the version you would hear in Nepal. Number 6 was the Esperanto. The question was which language is number 9, and the answer was Italian. And we had 3 African languages. 3 African languages. They were Afrikaans, Chichewa and Swahili. And they were numbers 2 and 7 and where's it? 2, 3 and 7. 2, 3 and 7 were the 3 African languages. If you got the numbers, you get the points. If you knew that it was Afrikaans, Chichewa and Swahili, well done. Well done. But no extra points. And the final question was which one of those is the Gaelic? And that's number 4. Tapaliv agus oichiva. And that brings us to the end, and you can total up your score there. Okay, how are we doing? Just before we go to the final answers, some of you, some different churches and communities have been gathering things in shoeboxes this year for the Blythswood Shoebox Appeal, and that might be something that you want to do as you think of some who will be facing a Christmas with many disadvantages, poverty, illness, disability, and much suffering, not least, of course, as we continue to navigate the COVID pandemic. If you would be interested in supporting the Blythswood Shoebox Appeal, there's information at blythswood.org, and from there you can click on the link, or blythswood.org/shoebox appeal will get you there directly. And if you're around Ardgour, Strontian, Morvern, the village hall on the post office Tuesdays between now and the beginning of November will have a drop-off point for the shoeboxes. Shoeboxes, of course, are in shorter supply this year than before, and a fabric shoe bag would be an appropriate carrier as well. Details there on the website. And Strontian and Morvern communities are also arranging to gather boxes or bags to be sent out to different parts of the world through the Blythswood Shoebox Appeal. And maybe you know of other ways in which you can support that. There's details on the website. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's quiz. Let's hear how we're doing on the scores. Go back to the live chat there. Yep, great fun, enjoyed by all. 68 being returned for the Fife team. 63, very good. Oh, and a wee bit of Gaelic there as well. Oh, and we're getting thanks in Tumbuka. Another African language there from Carol. So who was our winner? 70. So Carol and Marjorie are on 72. David and Fiona in with a 70. Oh, neck and neck stuff. Sheila there at 71. Am I right in thinking that 72 is the highest number returned? There will, of course, as happens every month, there'll be folk who tomorrow will be telling me that they watched it but they couldn't find the live chat, or they watched it after the event and they got 96 or something like that. But great fun, that's what it's all about. Well, it just remains for me to say have a very happy Christmas. But 70 days to go. So I'm just going to say Tapaliv, agus oichiva. Good night. God bless you all. Thanks. It's been fun once again, and we'll be doing the same on the 20th. Whoops. 20th of November will be the third Friday of November, and excuse me.